Good afternoon, Willow Springs. I'm Cameron McKnight.
And I'm Julia Brochu. Today is Wednesday, February 15th, 2017.
And Willow Springs TV News starts right now. Signed up for their high school classes today.
And track season just started.
Last Friday, we had our first club day of the second semester. Take a look at how much fun we had. Elizabeth Briner, Reese Sheckle, and Camry have the story.
What club are y'all in? Salsa dancing. Why are y'all in this club? Because we like to dance.
Be like them. We can make it till the end. Nothing can come between you and I. Addicted to you, don't you know that you're toxic? Ooh. And I love what you do, don't you know that you're toxic?
But she grew up tall and she grew up right with the Indian boys on the Indiana night. Hey! Yeah, she moved down here the age 18. She blew the boys away, it's more than they'd seen. I was introduced, we both started good. I said to you, baby, but I gotta keep moving. Oh, does that sound like Cuddy?
What club are you guys doing? Kickball.
Kickball.
Okay, and why'd you join?
Because Coach Shea was doing the club and I thought it would be fun, but then I got hurt.
Because everyone else was. Thank you.
Badminton club.
And why did you join it?
Well, that's the only thing I've done for the past few clubs, and it's really fun. So yeah.
What club are you in?
Card game club.
And why did you choose it?
Because I forgot to sign up.
Thanks, Holly.
What club are you in?
Canine and Critters.
Why did you choose this club?
Because I like dogs and I like animals and stuff.
What club are you in?
Coloring club.
Why did you choose this club?
My friend is doing it and it sounded relaxing and fun.
Thank you.
We've been working hard making packages for UIL. Here's Julia featuring a multi-talented athlete, Ralph Rucker.
Most people know Ralph Rucker as the quarterback for Willow Springs Middle School. He's also the kicker and a linebacker. Some people might not know that he's the #1 wrestler in the state of Texas.
I wrestle, so in middle school wrestling, you wrestle against 6th, 7th, and 8th graders, so I could wrestle anyone in those grades.
Ralph has been wrestling since he was 8 years old.
I didn't get fully committed to it until I was about probably 12.
Ralph's family has a history of wrestling. His dad wrestled at Oklahoma State, and he instilled in him determination and drive. The men in Ralph's family have close ties.
My dad, my grandpa, and my great-great-grandpa, they were all named Ralph, and so my brother, he carried on that name.
I'm Ralph Rucker the fourth. I'm the fourth generation of Ralph. My dad is Ralph the third. My grandpa is Ralph the second. My great grandpa is the first. My dad holds me to a higher standard, I think, because of it.
Ralph says this is what motivated him to get back to state and do his best again. He has made Willow Springs history being a 2-time state champion. Ralph has a brother, Trent, who also wrestles. He took second in the state championship.
I faced a pretty hard kid in the finals. He took second last year. I took seventh last year. I went a long way, but next year I'm looking forward to first.
It's awesome the way we know each other and we can trust each other. So my grandpa will tell me to go do something. I'll be able to do it no matter what it is. Same with my dad. It's cool because when we're in the same room, it's like we have good chemistry. We know who, like, what we are. We know what we do, and it's just really cool. Not many people have that.
We have a 12x12 mat in our attic. We had it in California, and my dad would teach us, and now we've got an attic. We put it up there in the attic, and yeah, we go up there and work.
Coach Quentin is Ralph's wrestling coach. He's also his football coach.
Well, he's a very motivated individual. He's absolutely a blast to coach because he's that kid. He has that it factor. He's very competitive. He does not like finishing second or losing, period. Well, I think he helps in that. Just his competitive sense brings up other kids and gets them on board to do the same.
Ralph Rucker wrestled down by number 7.
Who knows where Ralph's talents will end up? One thing's for sure, Ralph Rucker is an athlete to pay attention to in Lovejoy ISD. For WSMS TV News, I'm Julia Brochu.
Miss Media classes have been busy producing videos about electives offered here at Willow Springs. We will feature one every announcement. Here's our very own Brock McKissick.
What is convergent digital media?
Convergent digital media is a fancy way to say broadcast journalism. What has happened is newspapers, all digital content, even broadcasting, it's all coming together because of the cell phone. So we're getting everything, and you all need to be well versed in how to be broadcasters, to write for print, and to write for digital news.
What roles are allowed in this class?
Okay, so in basic convergent digital media, everybody is the same. And then we learn the basics of journalism. We learn how to edit the first semester, documentaries together, and then after the second semester, we all start putting all of that together, and I teach the children how to do news packages.
Okay, so tell me why you decided to take advanced media.
Well, because I was in convergent digital media before, and I thought it would be cool to, because I really enjoyed convergent digital media, so I'd like to continue doing a class like that.
And so advanced media, I just love the convergent digital media, and then Miss Smith needed lots of girls in the class. Girls didn't think they could get the big roles, but I mean, I'm a sports anchor.
Sometimes a certain smell will take me back to when I was young. How come I'm never able to identify?
What I liked about convergent digital media was largely the media role it had, and I really enjoy media and journalism, and I feel like that was quite interesting, so I decided, why not take advanced media journalism? I've always wanted to be some sort of YouTuber. I've always wanted to make a difference, tell about what's going on in the world.
I am the main editor for this class, so I am kind of just behind the scenes making sure everything runs properly.
How important is writing in both classes?
It's very important because in order to create a functional script, you have to write. You have to know how to write.
Oh, writing is everything. We write all the time, and you can't have anything without writing it first.
And so what is it like to be on a time, like all the pressure that we have to get things? How do you get through all that pressure?
Well, I usually try to plan things out on how I do them because we have to have the announcements at a certain time every week, and we can't change that because we have a schedule that we have to follow, and we can't have a delay or anything. So the pressure teaches you how to deal with stress and later on in life.
Good. So tell us a little bit about why you like to, like for instance, some of the kids that you bring out are kids that, you know, most people wouldn't dream about talking to, and you bring them up and you have great stories. Tell us a little bit about that.
It's always nice to, you know, have someone else on the spotlight or the dance floor or whatever you want to say. Because if you have the same repetition, it gets boring after a while, and I've always wanted to make things, you know, fun and fresh and new.
Used to play pretend, bunny. We used to play pretend, wake up, you need the money. Used to play pretend, bunny. We used to play pretend, wake up, you need the money. Used to play pretend, give each other different names. We would build a rocket ship and then we fly far away. Used to dream about a space, but now they're laughing at the face, saying, wake up, you need to make money. Yeah.
A skier skied right off a cliff. Here's Cameron McKnight with the story.
When Devin Stratton grabbed his equipment to go skiing last week, he had no idea that he would be encountering the most terrifying experience in his life. Stratton has always been an adventurer, spending most of his time camping, fishing, rock climbing, and skiing. However, as Stratton was about county skiing last week, he accidentally skied right off a 150-foot cliff, mistaking it as a minor bump in the snow. Stratton cried out in horror as he free fell a remarkable distance, plunging into the snow underneath him.
I just fell off that, dude. Yeah. I landed on my back.
Stratton credits his backpack, helmet, and 2 feet of fresh powder for breaking his fall. Not only did he walk away from his accident, but he walked away without a scratch. Stratton's sister gave him a GoPro 2 years ago that he had hardly used, but for this particular skiing adventure, he decided to give it a go. Devin later said that he was glad he tried out the camera because he was pretty lucky to have his near-death experience on video. Stratton said he doesn't plan to repeat his cliff jumping adventure, but he also doesn't plan to cease participating in the sport he's loved since he was 14. Since last week's accident, Stratton has hit the slopes 3 times and even participated in a pull-up contest the day after his accident, winning a new backpack with over an astounding 900 in pull-ups. For WSMS TV News, I'm Cameron McKnight reporting. February is also Black History Month. Miss Smith's media student, Elsa, has written a feature Martin Luther King Jr. for Leopard Life. Miss Smith was so moved by her story that she asked her to produce a package. Here it is.
So even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream.
Along with other supporters of the civil rights movement, Dr. King used nonviolent protests to help America see African Americans and other races differently. One of the more famous protests is the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom at the Lincoln Memorial, where King delivered his famous I Have a Dream speech in 1963.
They didn't see him as aggressive, or they didn't fear his tactics. So I think that the impact that he had was that it moved millions of people.
Dr. King was born in Atlanta, Georgia at the end of the 1920s, a few months before the Wall Street crash of 1929 and the Great Depression.
I think King was a great person because he believed in equal rights and wanted everyone to be themselves and not be limited as just a color.
In 1951, Martin Luther King Jr. attended Boston University. While there, his dean, Howard Thurman, educated him more on Gandhi's nonviolent ways. Along with Ralph Abernathy and 60 other ministers and civil rights activists, Dr. King founded the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, or SCLC, in 1957.
I believe that Martin Luther King Jr.'s legacy was that all people are created equal, and he really did. He put an emphasis on that and allowed everyone to see that, no matter the race, color, or where they came from.
At the age of 29, Dr. King survived his first assassination attempt, executed by a mentally ill person. On April 4, 1968, James Earl Ray allegedly shot and killed Martin Luther King Jr. as he stood on the balcony of his hotel room. The hunt for him is still one of the most expensive the FBI has faced.
It is believed by some people that King predicted his death during his last sermon, "I've Been to the Mountaintop," when he said, "I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you." Even though he didn't, his legacy did.
If we don't celebrate those days, that when it comes to a vote, that those situations, a lot of those issues, that social issues that we dealt with in the 60s and before, have a tendency to come back. And so it's very important that we remember Dr. Martin Luther King, the effort that he, as well as so many other people, put forth to basically bring our country together. And that's his legacy, the things that what he gave his life for.
We will be able to work together, to pray together, to struggle together, to go to jail together, to stand up for freedom together, knowing that we will be free one day.
Elsa Kokoricha for WSMS TV News.
That's it for our announcements.
Have a good day, and remember,
Leopards roar as one.